Hey everybody, this is Stephanie. Thanks for tuning in. I am doing another layout in my October daily. In a previous video, I share my supplies and some of the prep pages that I made, and this is one of them. I'm going to be doing my reason why. So my reason why is printed here. I chose in between this vellum as well as clear sticker paper. I wasn't 100% sure which way I wanted to go. I did not like how cloudy the vellum paper made the background paper look, and I really wanted to have some of that background paper show since it does remind me of a crystal ball. I thought it'd be great to place the hands here of the cut file I believe that I got from Silhouette Store on this green pattern paper that has a ton of different spiders. Wouldn't that be creepy going to get your fortune read or looking into a crystal ball and you see their hands full of spiders all over them? A witch is telling you this, right? Instead of having the nicey witches that look nice and they give you this foreboding message of be careful what you wish for type of thing, I went with a spooky witch and she's like, hey, just throw out your wish and it's all good. I've never been to a fortune teller to get my fortune read, tarot reading, or a crystal ball of some sort, or even like my palm reading. I've always been interested in that kind of thing, but never enough to go, especially around this season. I don't know, that's just the perfect start to a bad horror film. What do you think? So in this crystal ball, I placed my reason why, and I'm going to read it to you now. As the spooky season arrives, I wish to feel the magic and fun this season has to offer, to be more intentional in not only making traditions, but to also document each one, to remember how our life looks right now. This will be the last year in this house. So that's my reason why, short and sweet. Now, I'm debating right now between my pattern papers. I wasn't 100% sure. I thought it made more sense with this white pattern paper since the witch is flying and I'm trying to go all things witch as my fortune teller, but I felt like it was just too busy and it wasn't complementing my crystal ball in my hands. So as much as I let it sit with this pattern paper, I am going to switch back with the pumpkins. So now while I debate on that, I'm going to go ahead and pull out these crystal gems. These little gemstones I've had forever in my stash. I think I got them from Walmart when they were getting clearanced out. And it's so nice to use them. I didn't place any foam as I adhered or cut filed this, paper piercing on this cut file for the crystal ball. I didn't want to have any foam tape in between the acetate. I could have made this more of a 3D embellishment or shaker pocket. But I have to stretch this into 2 or 3 albums because that is a thing, y'all. Alright, so this is my struggle here, you guys, is debating between the pattern papers. And I'm gonna go with the pumpkins just because I feel like it complements more. I love the witch theme and I really wanted to use the pattern paper in the back, but it just made more sense. Alright, I kind of stepped away and came back and I pulled out the ephemera pieces. I have the ephemera pack as well as the frames and tags. So from each of the 2 packets, I pulled out 2 different die cuts here. And my writing says, as the spooky season arrives. And then there's a die cut that says, have a spooky Halloween. But I really like this long strip that says this is Halloween. And if you've seen my first video yesterday regarding the YouTube hop for Traci Reed Designs Goldenrod, which is still on sale today. In that video, I did some prep pages and I kept pulling out this spider web border strap, you guys. If you seen that video, I not only shared for one prep page, I also got a page done using the border strap, and I just really like placing it on here as well. So I already gave you all that foreshadowing that this border web right here is going to probably show up throughout my album. And I really liked that die cut that says this is Halloween, and I think it repeats twice, and I just thought that was perfect to start out my album. For my October daily, I do gear it more toward Halloween since I like the idea of my Thankful 30 for November, gearing more toward the fall and autumn vibes. So I was more than happy to place that die cut. Now I went ahead and placed some glue, placing there at the bottom, and I just felt like that gave it a nice finish. That way my additional pieces here. My cut file pieces are not really floating too much now. I just felt like it helped gave me a bit of a base. Now, whenever you're working with a cut file, I just felt like you can kind of still see the imperfections upon cutting the pattern paper. So I went in really quick and placed out an ink called Black Soot from the Distressed Inks. And I just kind of inked up the edges so that way you can't really see the imperfections of my cutting. Works good, especially since my cut files happen to be black. Now, before I start adhering everything down, I am placing a page protector so I can get my holes down in place. So that way I don't place any of the cut files near a hole. That's the worst thing. I've done that before, placing my finished product, and then I have to cut the hose, and it just, it is what it is, right? But if I can remember before, that is always nice. Alright, you guys, this is how it's going to turn out. Now I'm just adhering everything down. I'm not placing any foam tape like I've mentioned to help prevent the buildup for 31 stories in this album. I am aiming for 31 stories throughout this month, but we shall see. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and place my die cut down here, kind of like my subtitle, since technically speaking this is my reason why, and I'm debating if I want to place a big title here at the top saying, you know, my reason why, or just letting this be good. But here you have it, it is all complete. I hope you got inspired in some way and you continue down the journey of documenting my October daily. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, bye!